what's up, man? I'm the admin and the beginner to advanced ankle technique for double bass group, and I have a question for you. Hey, man, that's really nice to have you over, brother. Thank you for joining. What's up? What's the question? Oh, noise. Today I'm actually like with the pad here. Really long rehearsal yesterday. So today I'm gonna chill and not gonna be playing beats on the drums today. I do, you know, every now and then, but I focus on questions here, like from people of the community. So sorry to disappoint. If you want to come back maybe later, I feel a little bit more energetic to play. I can go ahead and do that. My apologies. Just go through some like pad workouts here. You know, like just to get the juices flowing, if you will. Cork, I'm currently stuck on a plateau at like 190, 195, 16 ankle motion double bass. Okay, and it's whenever I do, I can't get through it 190, 195 area. I've done a lot of 5-10 minute runs at 180 and 185, 16 notes, and I have 100% control over. Now, I'm just thinking about how to gain control over the 190 or 200 BPM tempos. All right. Well, I did go through this with another person who had the same issue. So what I recommend when you're trying to get control with a new speed or a new tempo that you're working on, right? Since you can already dominate the 180 BPM range, the best way to approach like control, to build endurance, stamina, and all of these like principles you have to add to the double bass pattern that you're playing. What you need to do is that you need to set the timer to at least 15 seconds. And when you feel like warmed up, that you went through the 180 BPM range, try to play consistently without stopping until you reach the 15 seconds that you mark on the timer. And do that for like different sessions. Like you practice 15 seconds first, maybe for example. Try to pull that out, you know, like, just play it. If you feel comfortable, then go ahead and add 5 seconds more, like 20 seconds, then 25 seconds, 30 seconds. Try to always add bits of time to your timer under the same tempo. And what you can also do, if you don't feel that you're making it through the whole 15-second time mark like at first, go down to 185 and do that for the 15 seconds. And then if that went good and you have control on that, jump back to 190. Because the thing, you have to train your muscles to get stronger and eventually develop control and more endurance with those runs. Okay? Jash, can you play a Linkin Park song? Jash, I normally do songs, like, if it's a request, I would appreciate if you can send me the song and I can write it down on a notepad, and then if you want to follow the channel or you want me to mention you when I play the song, I can go ahead and do that. But right now, I don't have my computer set up here on the drum room. So I would if I had the computer here. Sorry to disappoint on that part though. Band t-shirt. Evangelic. Death metal band, brother. Quirk, gotcha. I haven't tried this. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna try what you explained. Alright, man. Yeah, go ahead and give it a go. Try to always relax. This is like key. You know, make sure that you're not squeezing, twitching, anything, that you're fully relaxed to the point that you're getting more motion out of your calf muscle and your ankle by pushing with the balls of your feet and your toes. You know, when you do that hybrid motion without using your hip flexor muscles, hamstrings, glutes, which are useful when you go to higher speeds like 250, that you to give it a little extra push here and there from bigger muscles to like support a little bit more power behind the strokes, because you know the beat leverage and the distance decreases as you get faster. So to get more volume, you know, you add that little push. But yeah, man, go ahead and do that, and if that worked out for you, that will be awesome, and just continue doing the same thing, and eventually you're going to get it. You're welcome. I think your name is in Russian? Audio? Something like that. You're welcome, brother. Not sure if I missed any other questions here. No. Okay, we're good so far. If anybody can confirm that they're hearing, I know there's a lot of ambient noise because I have the fans turned on because it's extremely hot and humid. So yeah, trying to stay cool here. Very uncomfortable with the whole wedding thing. anybody has any questions or anything that they want to know about, just ask away, because I'm mainly answering questions right now. I'm not going to focus on playing on the drum kit because I'll be like ignoring you guys, and I know some people have questions. Slipknot, the blister exists, percussion please. Well, I don't have any percussive instruments. I will have to learn the patterns first, and I will also need to assign those sounds to the kit. But maybe when I have the computer later on, again, I always recommend to send me like your requests for songs like through messaging, or like, I don't know, through a link, like play that, you know, my name is this, or my username is that. Because I get some requests here and there, but I never like actually have the chance to write them down when the live session ends, because nobody sent the message. So if anybody has a song request, you know, it's better that you send it over. When I finish the live session, I can go ahead and check it and write it down, and, you know, go by order and try to play that for you guys. I'm more like a death metal, Black and Dead drummer type of guy, but comes along, I may get into that and just like play for, you know, the sake of the. So yeah, it will be easier for me to have a organized list of songs that I can go through, and maybe try to play 1 or 2 songs depending on how many I get. So my apologies for not doing that, you know, on the spot. The beat. You mean like do a beat or something? Joy, is that what you mean? Because I'm not playing on the kit at the moment. I'm just answering questions, but I guess the pad will do, right? Yeah, do some beats. Again, like the drum kit is like turned off, and I had a really long rehearsal yesterday, so I'm just like feeling like just practicing a little bit on the pad, you know, just like doing some handwork. So yeah, man, my apologies for that. I did that yesterday. I played for a while, so I do play time to time, but sometimes I just focus on you guys and answering, you know, questions that the audience may have. But yeah, man, if you want to subscribe or you want to stick around later on, send me a message or something so I can remember and just like start playing. But yeah, yesterday was like a 3-hour rehearsal, and then after that I did a bunch of things, and that was during the night, so I woke up like late today, and this is why I'm doing the live stream right now. You know, some other guys know that I normally get on earlier, but today I'm feeling a little drained, you know, because we play extreme metal or death black metal, and yesterday it was like nuts. So yeah, trying to take a chill today, man. A little rest here and there. questions, feel free to ask away. Don't be shy. Justin, nice guitar. Guitar? Did you mean like drum set maybe? Because I don't have a guitar here, as far as I'm concerned. I guess, right? I see 10 people are online according to this. And timing, well, 5. Okay, I guess the feed is kind of crazy, I guess. Evolution. Alaya, can you play other instruments? Well, besides drums and percussion, I can't at the moment. I was getting into guitar a while back, but I never I guess the discipline on it. Didn't have much time back then, but I'm really trying to get back to it again because I want to learn how to play the guitar to make my own composition. To try to make like an instrumental project. So yeah, at the moment still, play percussion and drums only. How about you? Are you a musician? Do you play one or several instruments? So you have, different people here that play different stuff. You'll get there someday. Yeah, eventually. It's really start from scratch. I do have a few people that can help me out with, the teaching part and all that. But I'm still a dot, so I always prefer to try to have my own space, try to practice stuff that I see maybe on YouTube, or I don't know, something that can help me develop the fingers. But the first thing that I have to get is the guitar. So need to take that in consideration, and then might later on. But thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate it. I play piano and a slight bit of guitar, but just basic songs. Well, that's more than enough. I mean, have you been able to compose any song with what you know? On the piano. Too hot in here, man. Humidity sucks. Fernando, what type of exercise do you recommend for more independence? Well, the first thing you have to work on is timing with each limb. Independence is so complex and it has like so many ways to express it on the drum set. It depends what type of independence you want to work on. Like, are you talking about the one where you want to play a pattern on top under a certain timing and do something else with your feet? Because sometimes you feel that you get lost or you lose like the pulse of the drum beat that you're playing on. Let me know so I can specify a little bit better and that way deliver the right information, man. Give me a second, my dog is getting pretty loud. Hold on. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, I mean, I feel like my foot follows my your right hand when I increase the speed. Okay. So I assume that you're right-handed. So when you play with your hands, do you synchronize the hand of your feet? Like, do you make like a hand stroke and then followed by the by your leg? Do you play it together? Do you feel that you're making a stroke first and then your leg follows and it's not in sync? Can you like explain that a little bit better? Like, for example, if you play a regular rock beat, you know that your has to be locked with the right foot, playing at the same time, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then at 4, your hands fall together, without the need of adding your foot, unless you want to do that, but that's optional. Joey, he's right. Practice slower on your counts, Fernando. Yeah, you can do that. Thank you for the tip, Joey. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to slow your thing down, because if you feel you can't control a certain tempo, which sometimes it's okay to play freely, but at the same time, you need a metronome to make sure that your pulse is the same. That you're not speeding up or you're not slowing down too much. But yeah, Joey has a point. You can go ahead and slow down, go from there, and whatever you're playing on, just like practice it slowly and understand what your body is doing. And if you identify that the issue is that maybe you're speeding up too much, or maybe you just can't get that together, try to slowly work on this, hitting together, hands and feet, to get like the motion going into your muscle memory. So yeah. Palak, can you please show us how to play a flam? I really like Rudiments, Palak. I mean, flams, they have like so many variations, but I can't really think of one at the moment. So I don't really play flams, which I know it's not good, right? I'm supposed to know this. I've been stuck with what I play with late, meaning that like I don't need as many rudiments, so I should practice some. But I normally play like single strokes, full strokes, some paradiddles here and there, some unison. But I haven't gotten into the whole flam vocabulary. So yeah, I may not be the best, known drummer for rudiments, because like I've been lacking on Rudiments for a while, and I just play what the music demands, and so far I haven't used many flamps. One that sometimes I even get confused with some terminology on Rudiments, and then I'm okay, let me search that, and then when I listen to it, oh, that's what you mean. Because I'm self-taught, I learned everything by ear, so I never got too formal with the whole education, teaching method, like to teach me. I just went with the type of music that I liked, and I started by playing to whatever I feel that is catchy at the moment. So yeah, Pat, sorry to disappoint, man. Eventually I'm not perfect, so I mostly like focus on answering questions and providing information about foot technique, some hand technique, and not as much, you know, anything that has to do with endurance, stamina, control, stuff like that. It's more what I focus because I come from a rock, metal background. So yeah, I'm limited, to be honest, and I'll be completely like transparent with that because I don't know everything. I just know something may help some people, and that's why I'm doing this live session. You know, instead of like playing over the kid and just like showing off stuff, to more get into the technical theory aspect of drumming, and then try to show what I can based on those requests. You know, so sorry to disappoint on that one, man. It's going to rain. Need to keep that back straight. Yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you for reminding me, man. It's always good to have people like remind me of stuff that I should like check out. That will eventually enhance my vocabulary on the drums. So yeah, man, thank you for the wishes, brother. Glad to have you on board. This humidity is really uncomfortable. Sweating like crazy here. Anybody else has any questions? The ones that I can't answer, maybe. Any concern, any suggestion, maybe? Everything is welcome. Yeah, ask away. Swiss triplet. Oh man. Then again, I suck at rudiments. I did that a long ass time ago, but I know it's not easy. If I'm not mistaken, the marching bands and people that are more into like snare playing know how to play this properly. So yeah, I suck at rudiments, brother. I just play single strokes, double strokes, some paradiddle here and there, unison. But yeah, finger control ideas. Okay, that I can answer. Yeah, as it says, fingers are your small muscles in your hands, right? So when you play French grip, when your thumb is pointing up and your fingers are the one like getting more contact with bottom end of your stick and your fingers, I would suggest that once you have your fulcrum steady on the stick, you can try to work each finger separately, you know, and try to get a decent rebound, and then try to use all three with the bouncing motion. But try to work separately under a tempo that you can dominate each finger separately. You know, 1, 2, 3. And then try to apply the finger. Make sure that your fulcrum is tight enough so the stick doesn't go up and down or doesn't wiggle around your hand. And do that. And same for the left, same for the right hand. You know, try to get a decent volume out of the pad, and then just do that. And then I try to use a little bit more of this motion, like a short whipping motion, to get like accents. Let me go backwards here. You know, like try to really mark that accent. So yeah, that's another thing you can do to get more volume. Steady or with the whipping motion. Let me turn the lights on because it seems that it's gonna rain and it's like super cloudy. Okay, I think that's a little better. So yeah, Avatang, those are the things I can recommend, and always try to play without a click at first, and then for control and timing, play under a certain BPM range that you can manage with finger control, because fingers are normally used, at least, I mean, the main is to use the smaller muscles for speed. So when you play like anything above maybe 200 BPMs or even higher, 250, 260, 270, and so on and so forth, fingers are handy for that, you know. Danke. Isn't that thanks? Or maybe I'm just inventing the word. But yeah, man, glad to help. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. German, thank you. Yeah, I knew I've heard it before, but I wasn't sure if it's danke for thank you or danke for, what was the other word that I thought it was? Don't mind me. I only know Spanish and English, so yeah, thank you for reminding me, man, that it's thank you. And you're welcome. You're welcome. sky is super cloudy. It's nuts. How to practice effectively? Well, the most important thing that you have to take in consideration is the time that you invest in your practice session. You don't really need to spend hours practicing, hoping that within that time something is going to work for you or you're going to achieve something, unless you have a particular goal that within that hour, in different sessions of that hour, you do different exercises. So, how to practice effectively with timing and with a technique? Let's say you practice for 45 minutes, which is what I normally practice every single day. And I take either, let's say, exercises for double bass, exercises for hand technique, and exercises of like maybe playing along to something to exercise my mind and add a little bit more of independence during the session that I'm playing, or whatever you want to come up with. So 45 minutes seems like a long time, but it depends how you spread the session. So let's say that I start working on hand technique. I would do like single strokes for about 5 minutes at a comfortable speed, nothing too crazy. Then 5 minutes of double strokes, again, nothing crazy, just regular speeds that I can handle. Some paradiddles, 5 minutes as well. There you have already 15 minutes. And then I will add 5 minutes more of a mixture of those three techniques. Like maybe do, let's say, a minute and a half single stroke, a minute and a half double strokes, and I finish with paradiddles. I don't use paradiddles as much, I just add them here and there. And then those are already 20 minutes. Then I jump to double bass stuff. I start playing double bass at a different speed scale. So let's say I start at 100 beats per minute. I would play that for maybe a minute or two. So I try to spend the time that is left of the practice session until I reach the other 25 minutes. So I start 100 beats per minute, 105, 110, 105, 115, 120, 125. So I only add 5 BPMs throughout that range, and I may play it for like a minute each session of the speed that I'm playing on, and then I just do a free double bass song that comes into my head that I want to like make up, like practice blast beats, double bass runs, some fills, stuff like that, you know? So that makes me make sure that speed-wise, control-wise, and technique-wise, I'm developing some sort of control, endurance, or accuracy, you know, on the drums. And it has worked for me, to be honest. So you just gotta make sure that you focus on fixing what's wrong with your technique or your timing, or if something is not feeling good in your body, how to correct any pain or any uncomfortable movement that you're making. I normally also work on mid double bass, which is a headache for me. I mean, I can pull 160, 165, even 170 with a little bit of full ankle motion. A little bit full leg motion, and then I add a little bit more ankle, and that's where I get into the ankle motion zone when I pass like 170 to 175, 180, and so on and so forth. So yeah, those are the things that I do, and they have served me well. So maybe you can try those for you too. give words on time signatures. Exactly you want to know about the time signatures, like how many bars you play under a tempo, or what exactly would you like to know? This is another good wrist workout that you can do. 6 the other way around without playing with the tips. Bring it back and just feel with the more thicker part of your stick. Also for your wrist power. Let's say you are to explain to a 6-year-old beginner. Alright, cool. Well, time signatures. I mean, as I said, my approach, like, this is something that I just do. I know a lot of people may have a different approach. So, the time signature for me is just playing certain amount of bars under a certain tempo. You know, like a signature or a timing signature, basically you get assigned a time to play on the drums, right? So whatever you're playing on, since in songs you have like different time signatures and different breaks, different parts where you play a bridge, where you play the chorus and stuff like that, I would rely more on teaching a 6-year-old how to play something for a certain time. So if I'm teaching like a rock beat, a regular right? I'm gonna be like, okay, you're gonna play that, and I'm going to count it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you finish. So that's just one example. There are so many ways you can count the timing and the amount of bars you want to add to that playing. So you can control that depending what you want to reach. Do you want to build a muscle memory based on that particular pattern? Do that for like a whole minute. You know, 20 bars, just set a timer and play for 1 minute the same pattern. And that is to build muscle memory. That's a good way to just work on that. If you want to play a part and then another, then obviously you have to like spread those time signatures in different amounts of bars that you want to play on. So there's so many ways that you can play time signatures, and maybe I'm talking something completely different than the main idea behind it, but I always try to go outside a little bit out of the box and make it more doable to play something for a certain time to achieve something. If it's a drum pattern, if it's a technique you want to build on endurance and stamina or speed. So yeah, it depends. You know, that's like my approach on time signatures, and there's so many of them. 8th notes also, 16 notes, 8th note triplets, 16 note triplets, 32nd notes. You know, so much of variation with time that you can, you know, play along to. Hey Weapon, brother, how's it going? Welcome to the chat again. Oop, it started raining. Let me close the window here. Let me check something out outside the room. What's up, guys? Alright guys, back again, sorry for that. It's going good, finishing up a drawing. How you doing? Nice, brother. I'm doing good. A little exhausted from yesterday's rehearsal, because I came home late and had to do other stuff and went to bed like pretty late, like at 2 in the morning something. And then I woke up really late as well. And I'm trying to recover, chill, trying to get some energy throughout the day. Out of 10. Next thing, I assume that's another word in German, which I do not know what it means. If you can let me know what that means, Alatang, I would appreciate it. Yeah, man, thank you. Trying to recover, because we played for about like 3 hours during rehearsal, and we were working on a new song that it's our fastest. It's marked at 80. So yeah, a lot of fast blasting and stamina, endurance runs here and there. So since we never played that before, we just composed a song, we recorded it, but for our next gig we had to start working on it to make sure everybody had the same idea of the song, that nobody would have any issues with the parts. So yeah, That's why yesterday was pretty hectic with practice. Yeah, man, it was fun for sure because we thought that we wouldn't be able to pull it off because I haven't had band practice since like I would say we played in Colombia in April and we came back like mid-April, and since then we haven't had any rehearsal. So now concerts and gigs are approaching us, and we had to, sit down and go through all of our songs, new one as well. So yeah, it was pretty intense, going through the whole set many times. Sasha. Hey man, how's it going, brother? When you're playing the ankle technique and your acoustic kit, do you use trigger or a mic? When I play the ankle on the acoustic kit, the strokes are really, I assume are really low volume, or do you feel they're not like loud enough, or you don't play with much power? Is that what you mean, Sasha? Cute. I guess your keyboard's acting up on you. I'm gonna wait you. Oh, there you go. Low volume. Yeah. Well, that depends. I don't have an acoustic kit. I just have the electric kit. But when I had my acoustic kit, I definitely triggered the bass drum. I never used a mic because the mic is better for live situations or for studio where you want to record drums well, having that mixture of the mic and the trigger, because the mic gives it a more natural sound and the trigger gets that little clicky sound in between the mixture, and it sounds more natural than electric. Because triggers have a lot of high pitch treble sounding projection. So the mic has a good combination, low end, bassy type of sound, along with the triggers, makes a really good, natural, clear, transparent sound, no matter the speed that you play on, and especially in the but when I had the acoustic kit, I played with triggers, because acoustically, regardless of how hard you hit or how weak you may think that your strokes are, the dynamics that you're projecting can be managed through trigger sensitivity and mic ambient sensitivity sound. So that also is able to be manipulated with your DAW or your console, whatever you're using to control that. So yeah, I normally use triggers, pretty much, because acoustically you can get a decent volume, even at 200, 210, maybe even beats per minute, ankle motion. But also depends how your pedals are set, because some pedals have a weak attack to the skin, and some pedals have a more slam, catapult throw, and you can get more volume out of those settings. So for example, I use the Demon Drive as my main pedals, and I have a spare pair of Axis pedals. But no matter how I set my Axis pedals, the Demon Drives project more volume, because the direction and the material that the pedal is made of has more body mass than the Axis, because Axis is made of aircraft aluminum, which is pretty light, but that means that it's also going to have less body mass to project to a surface. You know what I mean? So that also is something you have to consider when playing bass and like feeling that your strokes are weak, unless maybe you feel that you can't really project a good volume because that your technique may be not as strong and you still have to develop more your muscles to get more power to strokes. But yeah, to not keep talking triggers. That's what I used when I had the acoustic kit. Great, you made my day. Oh man, that's good to hear. Good to hear, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for the words, man. Glad I could get some, information out for you. If anybody else has more questions, just ask away, guys. I feel ashamed here that I can't really do much because like today I'm really relaxing and I know people want to see me like playing on the kit, but today like I feel like I need to take a little break. As I explained, like rehearsal yesterday was crazy, brothers. 4-way coordination. Not sure what you mean by that, Avatan. Again, I'm not super smart. I'm not very rich in drumming vocabulary. But let me try to guess. 4-way coordination, do you mean like you develop a way to develop coordination with your 4 limbs? Or something like that? I don't know, I'm here. Eye relaxing with, yes, all bits of guitar practice. Nice weapon. Nice. I think I saw a video of you coming up on my feed on Instagram. I just occasionally went in and I posted a story of the rehearsal that we had yesterday to promote like the flyer for the gig that we have this upcoming August 23rd. So yeah, I saw you like riffing something and it sounded pretty good, to be honest. Grab, independence. Okay, Altan. Gotcha. How can you work independence? Just play anything with a different time signature on each limb. I suck at independence, so just like play what I think I can play, like separating one limb from another and playing a different beat on the hands and something different with my other hand. So yeah, I may be the best independence guy to explain that maybe. Sorry. Sasha, how to start blast beat? Okay. Well, Sasha, basically the blast beat is alternating single strokes. Right? But eventually you have to bring it into the mix and make sure that the notes are not, well, it depends what type of blast, because if you play hammer blast, you have to play unison on top and then you just like alternate single strokes on your feet. But if it's traditional blast beat, that means that when you start the first hit, like when you want to start blast beat, you have to play with your right hand and your right foot together, and then once you hit, the next stroke is going to be the hand in between, like in between the note before your left foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next the next time that you start the pattern and you wanna, like this is like your ride cymbal or your hi-hat, they play evenly, and the second stroke will be your hand right before the left foot hits the other note on the bass drum. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where you start again, the 1, 2, 3, oh sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry again. Even I get confused because when you explain this slowly, it just gets confusing. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you come again with the snare. I suck at doing like slow stuff because my brain's like, eh. I just like, and it happens, and that's something that I should be able to, because sometimes I do get confused, like if I'm very tired. So yeah, man, try that, or try to alternate with the hands and feet without playing a cymbal, making sure that the hits of the snare are completely separated from your feet, playing traditional blast. So yeah, try that out and see how you can develop the hearing of the blast and see if it sounds evenly for you. Out of 10, just go on the drums. Okay, out of 10, I think you're a little desperate, I guess. Alright, I'll go on the drums only for like a few minutes, because again, brother, I am tired, but for the sake of your plea here, I'll try to play some. Have to connect the whole thing. Hold on. Alright, let's see what we can play here. I start just playing 16 notes on my pad. Yeah, you can do that as well, Sasha. You can do that as well. The only thing you have to make is the consistency of the 16 notes that is there for whatever time you're trying to play it. And yeah, then try that on the kit. So out of 10. Right, let's play something for you. Just regular drums. There you go, out of 10. That's all I have for you for now. Thanks, Sasha. Didn't go too crazy with it. Out of 10. Seems that he wanted to, I don't know, see me play the drums, so I hope you're satisfied, out of 10. Sorry for anything different. I'm a metal guy, so this is what we play, so cheers to that, man. Thank you, people. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Again, I feel that I need to be more energized. So yeah, and okay, it's not raining. Let me open the window because humidity down here is great. Oh no, still raining, but not as much. At least some cold wind is coming in. And hopefully the water doesn't come in. So yeah, we'll have a tank. It's crazy how outside you feel like it's cold, and here on the inside it's like you're like in a sauna. Like it's super hot. Nice, Sasha. Nice to have you on that same mindset. Yeah, brother, I love drums, man. Especially, metal stuff. Are you sodium or calcium? But sounds like reactive, man. What? What do you mean, Avatang? Oh, you know what, Sasha? Now that I turned the kit on, you heard the blast beat, like the traditional blast. So maybe now I can explain this a little bit better. So, let's say your right hand, you start alternating with your bass drum. Just regular, right, put it here. So regular 8 notes, and then you just add the snare in between, or place notes on top of it. So just make sure that the snare is not, if it's a traditional blast, that the snare is outside or it's not in unison with your, because that would be like a hammer blast like this. See? They sound all together, but when you alternate it, you can hear the separation, wanted you to demonstrate on the drum, so I asked. Okay. Well, I think you saw something already, Avatang. So, yeah, today I'm not really feeling like things like really don't have much energy now because I don't know. Maybe if I show you the rehearsal from yesterday, you might understand. But yeah, we were playing like 280 beats per minute, like really fast stuff. So yeah, trying to take a break from drums today. Just stay. Okay, I'll stay here. Sasha, to get the strokes tight is hard. Yeah, man, for sure. Sometimes, depending on the speed, a good day, I really have to work on my 1 foot blast speed because for me it's way easier to single foot blast. Easier that my body prefers to play single foot blast rather than 2 foot because I can play 2 foot for a certain time. Sometimes I just lose the pulse and then it starts like sounding like it's a hammer blast. So I try to play like triplet. Sometimes I'm not warmed up because, again, like I'm really tired, man. But yeah, I try to play 1 foot blast as much as I can to try to train my body to play only that instead of a 2 foot, unless it's a really fast double bass pattern, like above 250. I mean, I can get 1 foot 250 down, but I really have to try to practice a lot to then get it tight. Like if I do that right now, I'm gonna fail. So I just play stuff every 200, 210, 215, 220 in a good day, like single blast, maybe 230, and then try to go up the BPM ladder. But single foot blast for me, it's more, I guess, beneficial, You can start, if you want to get into that, you can start alternating, with your feet and your hand. And get your independence and separating the notes that way. And you can try to push a little bit. I suck. Well, something like that, and try to get more beater motion going, like a little bit more ankle, of course, instead of like your full leg coming up and down. So yeah, stuff like that, but I really enjoy more 1 foot blast than 2 foot blast. Just for the sake of it. Or pleasing too. Oh, my left foot is like so cold. I feel I have to warm it up. Like, this is why I don't like to sit on the drums, because I start doing stuff right away, even though I'm tired. Can't even play double strokes today. Need to have more energy. Not feeling it much today. Is the chat still working though? Are you guys able to hear what's happening? Thanks, mate. Single foot feels better to me. There you go. Yeah, man. I don't know. It just has like really good balance to it. You can lean more on your right side, which is your dominant side, and you're just adding your left hand, which is like your weak hand if you're right-handed. And if you have like your right hand locked with your right foot, then you just have to work on the no separation of your hand to blast away. But it's only 1 out of 2, like 2 limbs versus 1. It's better to have your right stronger than your left, because the left is like an add-on, and it wouldn't be as much work as 2 limbs, which have to be strong and solid. My body feels like it's cold and humid at the same time, so the sensation is pretty uncomfortable. This weather, it just sucks. Yeah, Weapon, I do. Trust me, I do. We buy normally like 3 gallons of water here at home. It's between me, my girlfriend, and our dog. We drink a lot of water, especially because of the weather. But I don't know, sometimes like I drink and drink and drink water, but the actual, it's just too much, man. And I don't know why it has raining like every single month. And we're not even on hurricane season yet, which here gets pretty crazy because we have had sea floods. So yeah, man, I had an experience that it was like pretty traumatic. So yeah, here like the whole raining situation plus the sun coming out, sometimes even when it's still raining, like humidity goes up like nuts. I just hate the weather here, man. You're welcome, Sasha. You're welcome, brother. Anything to support metal drumming, right? How do you cope trying other genres? Easily. Let's say, because since I play normally rock and metal, I've had some requests in the past to fill in for drummers that play different genres. Not like jazz drummers or those drummers that are really, really good. I would decline those gigs because I would fail, and normally they require you to have sheets, and I'm very limited, music and playing at the same time, because I never developed that skill. Again, I just started self-thought, and everything comes to my ear and then projects in my brain, and I just express that on the drums. But if the material is something that I can play, I would definitely learn the repertory, and yeah, just play that. I mean, even if it's a gig that is just to cover somebody, or if it's a paid gig, which is a good opportunity to get to know musicians and, you know, get your name out there within that community of that genre, I will for sure, you know. But yeah, if I like it and then the material is something that I learn, I'll just play it because eventually it's going to help me more with my drumming, you know, overall. Weapon. I would too. Seems way too hot. Yeah, man. The thing is that if humidity goes away and it only gets or cold without humidity, it will be great. Those like weather combinations, like with humidity, like even when it's too cold or too hot, it's not good. I prefer like a dry, warm weather than humidity. Same for like a cold weather, like I would breeze without any humidity, even though you sweat, you know, like that type of combination. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all, because when I sweat, and let's say I'm on the air conditioner or a really cold weather, I feel super achy and super uncomfortable, because like having all the sweat, like, you know, body and your clothes are wet as well, like it's just super uncomfortable, man. Extremely uncomfortable. Yeah. But this is where I live, so I guess I'll have to deal with it. Heel, toe, or ankle? What is more fun? Both. I mean, for the fast stuff, let me tell you about my current reality with both. So, with ankle motion, my max speed at the moment, last time I, pushed, is 260. But that doesn't mean I'm able to play 260 for a long period. I can play like 260 maybe 4 bars, maybe 8 bars on a really good day. Consistent double bass without stopping throughout that bar count, and feel super happy and super fun to play, Now on the other hand, when I want to play like really fast stuff, anything above 260, like even up to 300, 310 or 320 beats per minute, I would go with heel toe. Why is this? I don't know if it's because I never gave too much maintenance to the ankle technique, to the point that I can play 300 beats per minute, full ankle motion, or maybe get a little here and there to try to pull that off. But heel toe sometimes gets really fun to play when it's really fast, like 300 beats per minute, like that feels cool. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my faithful ankle motion because it feels even more instant sounds a little bit more precise, even though you can get heel toe to sound precise as well, but the feeling of the motion is just a little weird for me. So I started playing single strokes, and that's how my body really feels comfortable playing on any pattern that I play on. I have more balance, I have more control of, playing around the kit, making transitions or fills. But it's even harder to keep the ankle motion at a good maintenance point that you can play any speed right away without maybe warming up as much. That's where heel toe. I try to warm up with heel toe, but then switch to ankle motion. It depends what it demands, pretty much. Visit countries like Nigeria. It's kind of warm there. Actually, I would prefer. I mind going to Nigeria, but I heard that in Texas, the weather it's super hot, but it's dry. That's what I've been told. I'm not sure if that changed, but it's more like a dry, hot weather over there than it has humidity. So going to Texas, California, I think has the same type of weather. Would be nice. But if I had the chance to go to Nigeria, why not? Play Jojo. Play. I can't, man. I actually play more rock and metal, so drum and bass right now doesn't sound good in my head. I'm actually a little bit disconnected from the drums. I just played a little bit for Ambient that wanted me to do something on the drums, but I had a really exhausting rehearsal yesterday. And today I'm relaxing. I'm just answering questions, as you can see on the heading of the chat. I'm just answering questions related to technique and all that. Play something, please. Sure. I'll play I don't know, a random beat. Go, man. That's what I can do at the moment. Hey, MLC! What's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome back to the chat, man. Jojo, you are great. Oh, man, thank you. Actually, I appreciate the words. I don't consider myself like a really great drummer. I just play whatever comes into mind, and, I'm more into the fast playing. But with all the conversations that I've had so far on the chat and people suggesting stuff, I'm probably going to start digging into other things like drum and bass, as you said. Maybe some jazz and go crazy with that, because that's really hard to play. Yeah, let's see what happens, man. Thank you for the suggestion. 10. Left thumb hurts. Words on grips. Okay. Don't squeeze your stick. It doesn't matter how much you're going to either let go of the stick, or that you have to secure the stick, that you add a lot of pressure, on your left thumb, to really squeeze that stick and not make it go anywhere. My suggestion is to play relaxed, just go very loose, and when you play on the surface, because normally this happens because your left hand is your weakest hand, and you really want to squeeze and play a little static to not make it go anywhere, but it's the complete opposite. You have to really just let your stick sit in between your finger and your thumb, in a really comfortable position, and just relax, and just relax your wrist, relax the pressure, relax your arms, your forearm, and just practice to a click or to whatever try to develop that habit to the point when the pain goes away, that means that you're doing something right. In the meantime, you're choking your body, and that's not good. I tried that you gave the last time. I watched Still working on the start position, but getting there. All right, good. Yeah, I think you asked some pointers about the angles on how to start and stop. Is that correct? Sorry to ask because I get so many questions here that sometimes who asks which question? Sasha, you have a great personality and great explanation. Thank you, man. I try, brother, to just be honest with this whole thing. I may not be the best explaining some things. Sometimes I ask about like some feedback. You know, how people are feeling. Am I being clear? Am I talking too much and not getting to the point? Because I really try to go behind the principle of something, because something is created based on other principles and ideas, right? So some people skip that and they just want to go full into something without knowing where it comes from. And this is why people develop problems. You know, they don't know the root cause of the issue. So that's where I try to focus the most, rather than just like, hey, I can do this. See, you know, like I don't do that much, because that's like kind of like showing off and leaving people like in a pit. They know you're drowning, but I'm not doing anything to help you get out. You know, I'm like doing my own stuff, and you're like, you're just drowning. You know, I try to think for both of us and express, you know, good information you may need, or help you out with something that I even struggle, you know. So yeah, thank you for those words, man. I really appreciate, you know, how you said that, you know. I didn't expect it. Thank you, man. I really appreciate those words. Oh yeah, okay, MLC. Yeah, this is not gonna happen overnight. It took me years to get that down, to the point that sometimes I have to do even body warm-up so I can program myself and feel ready to do that on the double bass pedal, right? Because if I'm cold and I feel like everything is like so tight that I have to start loosening up and warming up, once I get to that warming, then it's way easier, and I can have way more control on everything that I do regarding double bass. So yeah, man, don't get rich. Just try to push, do your thing, and follow the advice that I gave you. And yeah, hopefully it turns out to, you know, for you shortly or anytime soon. Avatar, great finger control. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you, Rabi? Not sure what that is, man, but your lingo is pretty enriched. So I think I'm starting to learn a new language here. Seems that, I don't know if you, what's your main language, by the way? Or do you just know some words in different languages? Oh man, Sasha, it seems like your keyboard has a mind of its own. I would add an E and make it say skate, because it's skateboard. I don't know if I told you or told the guys here. Let me show you, by the way. Taking a little bit out of the drumming subject. So this is my board. This is what I normally skate on. So yeah, it's a Zero skateboard deck with some Thunder trucks and some OJ wheels and Bronson bearings. So yeah, it's not as beat up as I want it to be, because I barely skate anymore. I just skate every now and then. But yeah, this is my ride. Skateboard or drums, Sasha? Both. Can't live without both, man. If I can't do one, I do the other. So I like to have. So yeah, both. I used to. Hold on, because humidity is kicking in again. I used to ride BMX. You know, like the bike BMX, like the smaller bikes, and do freestyles and tricks and stuff like that. But due to like a concern with injuries, because I mean, in my opinion, you hit yourself way harder with a bike than with a skateboard. Even though both have their own danger, I prefer more like skateboarding because I've been doing that for longer. And I only did BMX for like 2 to 3 years maybe. And I picked that up when I was older. I knew how to ride a bike eventually, but to do tricks, it's something else. So yeah, I try to avoid some injuries because I've been more into music, playing shows, traveling. So I don't want to injure myself to the point, we're not able to play anymore. Or at least for a while. So I try cautious. I skate, based on my own risk and don't try anything crazy that I don't feel like doing. So I just like try to, do some tricks here and there, nothing too crazy. But yeah, definitely both, for sure. I'm even sweating by sitting down here, man. Unfortunately, I haven't installed the air conditioner in this room, but I'm stuck with 2 fans for now. Humidity sucks. Anybody else that has any questions, concerns, suggestions? I'm here to help out or have any conversation that might help you guys about your concern. Everton, how do you score songs? Score as in like, how do I learn songs? Is that what you mean? Let me know, because score has a different meaning in my world. Not necessarily about drums, but what would be the chances to someday be in a live with you playing bass? I don't know, man. Maybe we can try to, or maybe we can try to learn something like a song and try to play together. I have to still, well, the thing is that it's better to have the drums connected to the lively, like with the audio extension and all that. But I need a different iRig because I have the simple iRig that you can connect, and you record, it records the drums directly, deleting the ambient noise. So I'm gonna check to see how we can try to project the instruments only without having the ambient sound affecting what we play, and then maybe we can try something out. That will be nice, man. Yo, you're saying yes. Okay, Avatan. So normally, depending on the song, if it has a lot of odd time signatures or odd timing, and it's not like a regular 4/4 straight notation song, I just make a playlist. Let's say I want to learn 2 songs. I only add those 2 songs to a playlist, and I start either cleaning, driving, doing whatever with my headphones on, and I try to nice every single part of the song. So it gets to a point that maybe after a few days, sometimes even months, if the song is really difficult, I have to like really listen carefully and really get like to a point that until I don't freaking play that song, I wouldn't, attempt it because it's not gonna be up to the level that I want to bring it on. So yeah, just like muscle memory, listening to the same songs over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because the more you repeat what you do, the more your muscle memory gets stronger. With what you're bringing into your memory as well. Okay, I will say all I have is my phone and a gaming headset. My audio situation ain't the best. That'd be dope. Yeah, man. If it gets too complicated, I think we can try to play it with all the ambient noise and just set the speakers or maybe your amp. Just connect your guitar or bass. Okay, that was a fun. And yeah, maybe we can try to make it sound decent, I guess. So let's see what happens. Mike, welcome to the chat, brother. Do you ever prepare notation off the drums for any of your gigs? If so, how? Not really. Everything is here, man. Not really. I don't bring any papers with me unless it's like the list of the songs that we have to play on the set. But everything is in here. I don't know. It's just easier for me. Notation-wise, same with the. I have it in my head, and I just try to maybe set the click to what the song has been recorded to, and I know on every time signature or the chorus or bridge that we play on, how long I have to play that pattern on the drums. So not really, man. Sorry to disappoint on that part. I just like stick it. That's how it works for me. Evan, pardon me for being equivocal. That's a pretty technical word, but it sounded like Spanglish for me. But that's fine, man. You're fine. No worries. Keep it up. Unfortunately, I have started night shift. See you later. Oh, that sucks, man. I know what it's like. I used to work at call centers, night shifts as well, till pretty late at night. So that's really uncomfortable, man. But best of luck, man. Have a nice shift, and wish to have anytime soon when you can, and get some rest as well, man. Try to, take things easily, and low stress. Till then, brother, take care, Sasha. Thank you for your words and your input today, man. I appreciate it. If anybody else has any questions, just go ahead and shoot them. Take advantage of the time. It has been a while already, almost like 2 hours, maybe more. So I may go out soon. So yeah, anything that I can help with that it's still within the time that I'm going to be available for, maybe the next 5-10 minutes at the most, because I have to go out and get something done. Yeah, if anything, let me know. Mike, thanks bro. How do you recommend to improve speed playing paradiddles, doubles, etc. like many of modern drummers? Well, speed-wise, the best way to identify where you may be having like an issue with a certain speed is to play it at a certain speed that you're not comfortable with. Let's say you're playing paradiddles at 120. I don't know, just to give you like an example, I don't know if that's your speed limit, but if you cannot play that under that speed, just go slower. You always have to go slower and slowly understand the motion. Or even slower. You know, when your muscle memory is set and you have it down, then you start raising the BPM ladder. 5 BPMs going up is more than enough to get on play. So, you know, stuff like that, or doubles. Single strokes. It depends, man. I would say just go slow. Give it some time. You know, like, just try to challenge yourself every now and then, but always start slow. You know, like, to the point that you feel that it's flowing. You know, like, even myself, I have more on different speeds because it's harder to play slower than it is to play faster. But you definitely have to slow it down to understand the principle and the root cause of your issue. That's what I can recommend, brother. Alaya. Oh, hey, you're still live. Thought how long you're thinking to keep up the live for? Well, I'm leaving pretty soon, Alaya. I have been here for like 2 hours-ish, or 2+ hours. So I did saw you a little bit before, so I know that it has been a while already. So I need to go out, and I also need to eat and do some things. But I might come back later in the afternoon and try to come back live again to answer more questions. Since today I'm really relaxing, I'm not playing so much drums today. So I'm taking like the day off, even though I can't really stop playing, which I wish I could, but Abatan got me into this place up in Fort Hare. For now, like, it's gonna be just questions and answers. I'll come back later. Maybe within the next 4 or 5 hours, maybe less, around there. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Mike, thank you. You're welcome, bro. Yeah, start slow. Don't hesitate. Relax. Don't feel that you have to like squeeze your body or like get through this. Let me muscle through the whole thing. No, you gotta like relax and just like, you know, like, just your wrist has to be like really relaxed. Your fingers like with the rebound. Your arms they don't have to do much unless you want to like really whip the the motion. But with this, like with your wrists, it's more than enough. And your arms, just have them steady. I'm trying to get a good angle here. Hold on. I'm a little tall, so my arms are a little long. Let's see. All right, you can see my arms here. See, like my arms are completely relaxed, not tense, and I'm not like bringing my elbow straight to like my like on top of my hips, and look at this. You just go loose, drop your elbows, a little bit of forearm, but more wrist and a little bit of finger. Now it's speed that I want to go for. I would use a little bit of wrist to get power and more fingers. You know, and my forearm is steady, but I'm not squeezing it, or I'm not like really adding some tension to it. It's relaxed. Same for the right. You know, if you want to play with more power, more, and then as you increase the speed, wrist and a little bit of finger, and then as you go faster, it's more fingers and less wrist. But it gives you a little more power, you know, combining both. Yeah, Laya. Yeah. I'll come back later if I can. If things don't get like really busy, or I'm able to finish everything as soon as possible, I'll just jump back and, you know, come back to you guys and answer questions and, you know, have a little chat. Thank you for again asking. Yeah, Mike, go for that, man, and I assure you that you're gonna have good results, man. For sure. Relax, play the speed that you can, and then increase the speed. I'll look for you. Have a great day, man. All right, man. Thank you. You too. Hope to see you soon later on as well. All right, guys. So I'm gonna head out. And as I said, I'll be back later. If you guys also want to, feel free to subscribe to the channel or send me a message with a question. Maybe when I'm on the run, I can answer that on the go if I have the chance. And yeah, trying to help everybody that is in need of something related. Anything that I can answer, because again, I don't know every single thing, and I may not have all the solutions for you. But I'm sure that something will eventually come out from the information that I can provide, all right? So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.